Yay.
Hey, so I talked a little bit this morning about how Anna Grace had a really fun idea to go live and answer questions that you send in and talk about anything you want to talk about. So you have a whole list of questions, right?
Yeah.
And then, which she'll ask, I'll answer. And then feel free to ask questions of your own. So in case, I don't know, you've been living under a rock the past couple of years, this is my summer assistant. This is Anna Grace. We literally love her. Hey, David. We literally love her all summer. My kids are obsessed with her. Her older brother is my oldest best friend, so she's like family, and just a huge blessing.
Thanks.
So she works her tail off, and this was one of her amazing ideas. So, somebody said hi, Anna. So here is my little cutie, Anna Grace.
Yeah, so if y'all want to just ask questions like in the comments while we're chit-chatting, you can, and we'll answer them at the end. I'll like go back through and scroll and see if I can find some that you guys have posted.
Well, hey, before we start, I do have to tell you one of the questions I get a lot, especially on emails, when Anna Grace sends emails out, is your name.
Yes.
So it is, your first name is what?
My first name is Anna Grace. And then I have a middle name. It's Carnahan. I was named after my great aunt Grace Carnahan. And my mom and I share the same middle name. So I go by Anna Grace. So I technically have 4 names. And as Paige, who's obsessed with like all the monograms, when I first came to her, I was like, oh my gosh, like you're the girl with the monogram and I don't know how to do one. And so we've been like playing like for the past 4 years on like my monogram AGCB, or if it's just AGB or whatever, but
we voted on AGCB.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a good one.
Yeah, but I go by Anna Grace.
Yeah, so sorry, I have to wave to my cute little
Libby
friend,
Summers.
Libby
So
Summers,
fun.
who we adore. Okay, so go ahead with your questions.
Yeah, so the first one is, where do you draw your inspiration from?
That is a really good question. Pretty much everywhere. So I read a lot of magazines. I read a bunch of Hoffman Media magazines. I read House Beautiful. I read Veranda. I read Town and Country.
Wow, all the good ones.
I am obsessed with townandcountry.com, Pinterest, and Instagram, and pretty much anywhere. Yeah, like we're sitting here in my office. And I'm looking out onto the couch, and I see my custom monogram by Emily McCarthy, and I think, oh, I should do another post on those. So kind of just anywhere.
Yeah. Also,
anywhere.
This.
Well, yeah, I do have a board behind me that kind of keeps. I'm a big puller out of the magazines. I'll pull sheets out. I have like a pile of them. I think they're in my room. And I'll put them on there, and then we'll tag them for stories. But pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Including we're going for ice cream today, and I'm already thinking about that. So.
Oh, absolutely. Have y'all had Jenny's ice cream? It's so good.
And if you haven't, you need to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, next question. So this girl asked, how can she find influencers in her budget?
Okay, so one of the things I do is I'm a brand influencer. That means that brands will ask to partner with me for photos I've styled, for me to talk about it, whatever. I'm very specific. I'm very picky. As Anna Grace can tell you, she kind of feeds through them during the summer, and then she'll tell me like, this is a great one for you, or I don't feel like this is a good fit, and then I kind of make the final call. But I only partner with people that I either shop, use, believe in, any of the above. I am always super thankful when people reach out. So to answer the question, I would find somebody in your area. You know, if you're in Atlanta, find someone in Atlanta. If you're in Dallas, find someone in the Dallas area that you have a lot in common with, even if you're not sure that they're in your price range. Sometimes you can give them just products. Sometimes, they'd want to be paid. But keep asking. I would say keep asking, because you never know when someone is going to say yes, or when someone is like super obsessed with your project and just wants to be a part of it. So I would say ask a lot of questions and find somebody local to you first.
That's good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next question. What are your favorite bargain shops for clothing and home?
Bargain shops. Okay, I am like TJ Maxx obsessed. I love a good TJ Maxx like run. I also really like to pop into Tuesday Morning every once in a while. I feel like they have great, both of them have closeout stuff, so it's been things that either they have too many of or whatever, and then they ship them off. Those are my favorite too, honestly. I'm probably in a Home Goods at least once a week.
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I love to go, especially if you have like an hour, Starbucks latte, iced coffee, whatever, and a run through Home Goods. You can get really inspired in there. There's another really great area of inspiration. Yeah. Home Goods, Tuesday Morning.
Yeah, for sure. I like Tuesday Morning for pillows and for like kitchen stuff.
They have great kitchen stuff.
It's good prices.
They really do have good prices. I've noticed I've never bought bedding there, but they have so much bedding.
Yeah.
So if you have one, check it out.
Yeah. Okay,
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. How and when did you start blogging?
Okay, so this is a question I get a lot. I really love this question. Somebody just said an hour in Home Goods. That is discipline.
I love that.
That's a really good one. Especially if you have to be somewhere and you got like a little extra time, pop in your Home Goods. Okay, so I feel like I sort of backed into the blog the same way I backed into Instagram. My middle child was 6 years old at the time, and he was diagnosed with a rare genetic issue. I'm not going to say disorder because it's not a disorder. I mean, it's a blessing. Anyway, and I did not know anyone who had a child that was not labeled normal. And so I think I felt alone a lot in that. I mean, at the time, okay, so I had a 6-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and then a 10-year-old. And everybody else's kids were doing like all the normal things, and my kid was doing some stuff that was a little bit different. And he required a lot of therapy. So occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy. Trying to think what else we did. A lot of it in a short amount of time, that required just a lot from our family. And I really, two things. One, I owned a monogramming business and I needed another way to showcase what I was selling. And then two, I really needed just a place where I could, almost like an online journal. Blogging was really big in that day. It just started pretty much. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll meet some new cool friends. So I basically one afternoon started a blog. I mean, and it kind of grew authentically as I changed, as he changed, as all of it changed. The blog grew, and then it wasn't until my oldest, who was just starting his senior year of high school, that I was like, what am I going to do when I'm not driving carpool every day? Like, seriously, what am I going to do when I'm not, like, required mom? And so I just, it was time to, like, decide to make it into a business. And I was sitting at the Southern Sea in Mandy Kellogg's session, and I decided, I'm going to throw this out as a brand and see where it goes. And it stuck. So what has that been? 4 solid years, right? Yeah, 4 solid years, because your brother just graduated. Actually 5, because it was the beginning of his year. So 4.5, 5 years.
Yeah.
Full-time job. I think you have that question. Is it full-time? The answer is it is full-time. I work 5 days a week, usually when the kids are in school, from 8:30 to 2:30 or 3. And then in the summer, we work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, full-time.
Yeah, my hours are kind of awesome.
We like long weekends.
We love a good long weekend. Necessary. So I thought this one was really cool. So do you prefer Young Living or Beauty Counter for shampoo and toothpaste? And we want to know why.
Okay, so as you know, I use both products, or both companies. I sell both companies. It's a little bit, it's kind of a crossover between the two. So Beauty Counter only sells shampoo and beauty products, so lotion, stuff like that. And so in my shower, I use on my body the Beauty Counter shampoo and conditioner. I use the daily use. And then my husband, we all use the Young Living mouthwash and toothpaste. And then the kids use all, sorry, I have to wave at my cute friend Lisa. I know, Miss Dolan.
My fave.
The kids use all the Young Living shampoo and body washes. So it's a little bit of combination of both. And then like yesterday, I did use one of the Young Living body washes to shave, and I thought, yeah, it's really nice. I might need to add that to my repertoire. But my husband only uses Safe products. So, and I'm 99.9% there. So in our shower, you'll find the Beauty Counter shampoo, body wash, bar soap. That's it, right? That's all you put in your shower? What else do you put in your shower? Oh, and we use the conditioner for shave gel too. Yeah. So both.
Perfect.
Did I answer that question?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I ramble.
Yeah, Young Living toothpaste and Beauty Counter shampoo.
Yes.
Perfect.
And mouthwash.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you find time to keep up with followers, and is it hard to keep up with DMs?
Sometimes yes, most times no. I kind of feel like if you've taken the time to send me a message, you deserve a response. So I kind of check them in the morning and at night for sure. Sometimes during the day if I have a few minutes. But basically Instagram feeds my blog. So that's where all the content stays, is on the blog. Without followers, without friends and followers on Instagram, I kind of don't have a brand influencing business. I mean, I do, but not really, because that's where a lot of it gets showcased. So I truly think that if you've sent me a message, unless I get a crazy, weird, mean message, which I still sometimes respond to, you're going to get a response. So, and I try to do it same day, just because some questions are like, hey, you were out in so-and-so, what is that?
Right.
But yeah, no, I feel like it's kind of part of my job to answer a DM. And I love them. Like, people send the sweetest, kindest messages.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time on DM. So, no, it's not hard.
Mm-mm.
Some days when we're traveling, it's a little bit hard, but it's worth it.
So I know we talked about like what inspires you, and you talked about like all your favorite magazines. But where does your style inspiration come from? Like, do you have style icons, Pinterest boards, Instagram accounts that you love?
Yes. So basically, I'm an old school prep sort of with a twist. I have a lot of things that I buy over and over and over again just because that's what I love.
Yeah.
But inspiration. So I do have a Pinterest board called Perfect Outfits, which I think is super fun. I don't follow a lot of fashion bloggers. I follow what I kind of feel like is the first fashion blogger, actually a couple. First fashion blogger, which would be Blair Eady, who I'm obsessed with.
Yes.
She's amazing style. Every single thing she puts on looks good on her. Who else do I look to? I'm way more, and this is going to sound weird, but I'm way more Jackie Kennedy in my selections of like traditional pieces I buy versus someone 2019. That
makes sense.
Yeah, like I would rather wear a sweater, that's my favorite Tippy sweater from J. Crew with a pair of white jeans and sandals than I would, a wide leg, raw hemmed something, even though it's super cute.
Yeah.
So I'm way more traditional.
Yeah.
Like today I'm wearing like white, I think they call them golf shorts, like above your knee, chambray tunic. Any favorite headband? And I put in pearls, but it seemed like a lot, so I took them off.
That's amazing. Yeah, y'all, her pattern play skills are next level, for sure. She is the queen of mixing patterns.
I don't like solids. I'll wear one or two solids, but if I put on a shoe today, I did pick out like this cute little straw slide, but I also might wear my gingham Tretorns. Like, I love pattern. I love a lot of pattern. So if I have too many solids on, I get itchy.
I get it.
Like, real itchy.
Okay, so how important do you think speaking live on stories is?
So, I think Mandy Kellogg is the one who told me that, people want to connect with you. They want to hear you. They want to, like, be a part of your life.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. I did a longer session this morning. I feel like I haven't had time in the past couple of weeks to get on and have lots of stories. But I get way more messages, questions, comments, engagement when I have been live, even if it's on just a story. People they get to the point where they feel like they know you and they want to be a part of your life. Yeah. Just like the people I follow, I'm obsessed with their life. I almost feel like it's like I got to hang out with them.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. It definitely drives your numbers on your feed if you've been on stories. So, I'm not an overshare. I'm an oversharer in my life, but I'm not an oversharer definitely during family time on stories. Though I will say this, like, Anna Grace and I are going with my oldest to IKEA later tonight, and he's not on stories, or he's not on Instagram at all. And so we did talk about the fact that I would be able to, like, Instagram him because he's really funny, but he hates being live or taking photos.
She's so sneaky.
I'm real sneaky. So, we'll probably do something naughty. Because, why not? He's not gonna know. His sister might know. She won't rat me out.
Oh,
Better
funny.
not.
Yeah.
She might rat me out. I didn't think about that.
We'll think about it.
Later.
So...
Still happening.
Do y'all get paid? Do we get paid or receive discounts when we plug other sites or businesses? Y'all should. Oh, that's sweet.
That's very sweet. I actually know where that comment came from. I remember. So the insert is yes. I do get compensated. Sometimes it's monetary, sometimes it's product, sometimes it's a combination of both. That's why I have to be really careful about who I say yes to, because it is, for all better purposes, an ad. And I don't want to take your time or mine talking about something that I don't believe in.
Yeah. No.
So I'm trying to think of the last company. Well, actually, Thursday and Friday's posts were both compensated, and they're both amazing companies, and I work with them time and time and time again, and there's a reason why. But sometimes it's really just product, and if I really like the company and I really feel passionate about it, I'm totally good with that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Trying to think if I've ever said yes to a product I don't believe in. I want to say no. We did one time work on a collaboration and then it didn't feel right. And I did politely decline.
It happens.
I think that's happened once. Yeah, I try to be really picky because I believe in only, it's like your best friend. Okay, so y'all are like best friends. I'm only going to share what I love. I'm not going to say like, oh, hey, this coffee's terrible. You drink it. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's just mean.
Okay. So where do you get all of your readers from? So like the ones that you're wearing, but then, because I know we did do a blog post on this last summer. It was really fun because
that was another one of your great ideas.
Thanks. She has so many readers and sunglasses and all this stuff, and I think it's so cute. And so I wanted to do a blog post on it last summer. And so y'all can go check that out. But we still get questions all the time on, oh, where are your glasses from? Where are your sunglasses from? Because she has fun taste. So, yeah. Where do you get them?
So these are actually Peepers. These that I was wearing this morning are Peepers. I work with iBobs a lot. So I wear either iBobs or Peepers. Peepers not a sponsor. I just buy them because they're bigger, and I like the fact that, I don't know, I feel like the older I get, the bigger my glasses need to be. I don't know, one day they're probably going to be like this big, and I'm going to be like, that's good.
Yeah.
I also got a question. I swear I think I saw it on the feed here. And some of them are just flat out readers, and then some of them I take to my eye doctor and have lenses put in, because I do need readers, but now I also need distance. So I think I have 3 pairs, including the ones I'm wearing, that are distance, computer, and then reading. So does that make it a trifocal? Oh my gosh, it does.
I don't wear glasses, so I don't know how that all works.
49 years old and I have trifocals. I'll think about that later. Yeah.
But like, you look so cute in all of them, so who cares?
Thanks. I remember when I used to not need glasses and I wanted them so bad.
That's me.
And now I need them and I still love them. It's not like braces when you were like, oh, I always wanted braces, and they put them on and you're like, okay, you can take them off. I actually really that happened in middle school. But I love wearing glasses, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I thought this question was really funny. Why does school start back so early for your family?
Big, fat, juicy eye roll. Okay, so Georgia, definitely where we are in Cobb County, they're on what's considered a modified year-round schedule. So they get out at the end of May. They start usually the first week of August, and then they're off for a week every other month. So they have a week in September, a week in November for
so much.
Thanksgiving. In November. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm like, wait, what's that holiday? A week in February and a week in April. So we get 2 extra weeks, which I do enjoy. Actually, the February one I could do without. The September one I love.
Yeah.
But they could take away the week in February and give me an extra week or two in the summer. And I would be so much happier if they started mid to late August. I think it's too early. It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's way too hot for them to be doing sports August 1st. But it is what it is. So unless I decide to homeschool, which is not my calling, they go back August 1st. Oh, here's 2 questions, by the way.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll get to those. This is the last question, and then we'll get to those. Okay, so would you mind sharing what you've learned about being clean and about cancer?
Okay, so as you know, my husband has cancer. He was diagnosed in April of last year. We've been in this journey now 14 months. So I honestly was very naive when it came to clean products. I didn't really understand it. I kind of thought the people who used green products were maybe a little bit earthy, or I mean, that sounds terrible because I don't mean it that way in any way, shape, or form, but kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like all natural, like, oh, they probably
is that really necessary to have all of that?
Yes, like, oh, they probably wear natural deodorant too.
Right.
Yeah, wear that. Anyway, so sitting in an oncologist's office for the first time, which I hope none of you ever experience, and she started making a list of things that he should avoid, kind of really struck me like, well, if he's avoiding them on chemo when his body is the most susceptible, why should I be using them on any given day? So I did a little bit of research on that, which kind of sent me down this rabbit hole. And then honestly, my friend Mandy helped me out with a lot of it. And so now I'm surrounded by people that talk about green products all the time. And I would highly recommend you search clean products on my blog and read anything and everything you can get your hands on, plus more. I was astonished by the lack of clean ingredients in 99.9% of the products I used.
Yeah.
I started clean with my beauty before my husband got sick. No, that's not true. That's actually not true. He got sick in April, and I started in July.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, that's not true at all. Yeah, that's right. So, but I remember people talking about, your skin being like the biggest organ you have. And so everything you put on your skin gets absorbed into your body. And it just really kind of fascinated me. And then my upline, Rebecca, in Young Living, dropped off this amazing little box of products for me to try. And I loved every single one of them. And they worked better than anything I owned. And so I started doing research that way. So I would just say, do your homework, look into it. I can answer any question you have, DM me. But my favorite app to use is called Think Dirty. And you can either type in the name of your product or you can scan it, and it will tell you exactly what's in your product and why it's probably not great for you.
It's kind of scary.
It's really scary. I remember when his white blood cell count first dropped, and I was spraying Lysol on every single thing you touch. And I'm not bashing Lysol. I'm just saying, I scanned it one day and it came up with some really unsafe and scary products listed. And so I think that was when I started purging stuff. And then we started using oils, and the Thieves oil, which is the, what's the word I'm looking for? Immunity oil. His numbers started looking much better. So I really, 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 really can only tell you from experience. The question that's on my screen right now says, you mentioned that a person's white blood count can improve by use of natural products. I was interested in where you found that in research. It wasn't in research. It was in my own personal experience. His white blood cell count went up 4 points. And that to me was better than anything I had read. I think I probably would wear a purple all day long, every day, and I don't know, drink, I'm trying to think of something I really hate, buttermilk from a carton if it improved him in any way, shape, or form. And so I tried it. It worked. I clung to it. So clean living has basically opened my eyes to so many things, like what's in products, what's not safe in products, and then also how much money I save by not using a product for every single thing. It's life-changing. Highly recommend you check it out. Just do your research, talk to your friends, give it a whirl. If you hate it, just do your own research and make a decision that you feel like works for you. So I saw 2 questions on there. Did you see them? One said, when will I show you the hallway? We actually shot it yesterday. And it's on the blog. Hang on, I'll look on the calendar while you look at the questions. I can tell you exactly when it's coming on. Friday, August 2nd. New hallway, Friday, August 2nd.
Somebody said this is exciting.
Oh, hey!
What's up? Okay, let's see. Your tortoise glasses, no peepers. Did you have them fitted with lenses for distance? Love them.
Yeah. So if you take your readers to your eye doctor, they'll put whatever lenses you want in them. It's actually much cheaper to do it that way than buying the frames for them.
Aw, somebody said my son has 4 names too. Monogram pieces are not always the easiest to get. I can relate. When I was little, I always wanted to get the little necklaces that had the A, but then I would have to buy a second one that had a G, and it was just bomb.
Well, we did that with your rings.
We did, yeah. Paige got me these rings before I went to college. They're by James Avery, and I wear them every day. I get so many compliments. It's just an A and a G, and I just decided to stack them.
Which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
You could do it first and last names, but I do love your... Oh, thanks.
She gifted
I
me.
do love your... It's just special.
It is.
You know what's weird is the stuff when you're little, and you're not like this because you're way more introspective than I was at your age. But the stuff that you don't like as a younger kid, you'll end up loving in the rest of your life. Like when I was little, I literally would pray that my freckles would go away. And now I'm like, oh, I have freckles.
Yeah.
So one day you're going to be like, I have 5 names. Just makes you special.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see what else we have.
I feel like,
Hour and Home Goods, that is discipline. That's so funny.
Or addiction.
Yeah.
I feel like it's, one of those talk shows where they have their coffee cup and it's really water inside. Mine has iced coffee. Hear it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Is she your daughter near you? No. People ask this all the time. They think that we're related. Do we look related? I don't know. I'm her assistant. It's really fun.
Family friend.
Hello.
Hi.
You are live. Yes,
Yay.
we are. I like how people are super excited about this. Okay, great points. Thank you. Are you still working on your office? Will we see more soon? And then when will we see the hallway?
Okay, so I answered the hallway. That one's coming to the blog on August 2nd. It's a Friday. And am I still working on my office? The answer is no. And it does need to get shot. I've shot a couple of corners of it, but not the whole thing. And I'm kind of holding it for a possible project. So stay tuned.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Will you be going live weekly?
Well, you go back to school when?
I go back to school on August 14th.
We've already made big plans for the 12th. because what Anna Grace and I love to do during the summer is do something special. So we'll go someplace that we've always wanted to go. She makes like a to-do list at the beginning of summer of things she wants to do. And then we kind of whittle it down, or halfway through summer, she's like, you know what, I don't really want to go. And she Sharpies it off the list. And so one of the places she's been dying to go is a restaurant. So we're doing we're doing brunch that day, aren't we?
We're doing brunch.
We actually might do breakfast and brunch heavy on the lunch. Because I also want to take you to Callie's. You've never been to Callie's. No, actually, she's never been to Virginia Highlands.
I haven't been a lot of places.
Which is a problem. So, you know what? Can we squeeze in a live maybe that morning?
We'll see. I don't think they're talking about me going live. I think they're talking about you weekly going live. This fabulousness right here.
Weekly?
That's what she said.
Maybe I have to, like, find some friends that want to come over. I'd rather talk to a friend than just to a screen.
She doesn't want to do it by herself.
So, raise your hand if you might want to come over and talk. Have coffee. Mimosas.
Yes.
But we should do it on the 12th. Go ahead and put it on your calendar. Even if we're on there for 30 minutes. 15 minutes? Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
We'll see.
The 12th. We'll be back on the 12th. And here's why. So my kids start school on the 1st. I have something going on in August, which I'll share later. So I'm kind of, it's about to get real busy over here. But if it's something you want, I'll make time for you. I just need some friends.
That's sweet.
Because I get lonely.
I don't use all my initials. I have 4 as well. Girl, do it. Do it. It makes you special. She just said it.
Makes you special. And here's the thing that I love. So this is kind of what I thought about. I think this is why I told you this. My in-laws use all their initials. So I noticed it a long time ago when we were moving my in-laws out of like one of their houses into a smaller house, and there were boxes that were like sitting in the corner, and one of them said APLM. And I asked my father-in-law what it was, and he said it's my mom's papers. And I was like, oh. So she was Anna Pennick Laird when she was younger, and then they added my near when she got married. So I kind of liked, my mom does the same thing. Like when she writes something to me, she'll write MPSM like on it, like it's mine. So I like all the initials. In fact, I have a little small Louis over here I'm going to send to Hathaway Hetton, and I'm going to do all 4 initials. I kind of like it. I think it makes it just a little bit different.
Yeah. And I never knew anybody that had 4 initials either when I was growing up. So I used to like really not like my middle name. And my grandmother, her monogram was Mary Miller Maggard Miller. And so my grandfather, my grandfather.
2 Millers?
Yeah, Mary Miller. Mary Miller, that was her name.
I knew the Maggard, but I knew there were 2 Millers.
Yeah, and so my grandfather worked a lot with wood, and he loved being crafty and stuff. So he designed for her her own monogram, and it was 4 M's, and it was so beautiful. And I had heard it my whole childhood, like, what is this 4M monogram? Like, I want to know. And because I was like, I'm the only one that has the 4 situation. And so for my graduation present, my grandmother, she knew like I wanted to see it for so long. She gave me a jewelry box that has a gold plate on it that has the MMMM on it. And it is the most precious gift. I used it at my first year of college, and I got so many compliments on it. And it's beautiful. And so it just always reminds me of my grandmother, and that we have something in common like that. The 4 M's.
So I think the lesson of the day is
embrace your monogram.
Embrace it.
It's coming from the monogram queen right here.
I know, but I think it makes you special. That's why I like working with monogram companies so much, especially when they have something new and different. Because you're going to basically start a trend.
Oh.
Your friends are all going to be like, but I only have 3.
That's funny. Okay, we'll see what happens. Moral of the story, use all 4. Yes. Where is your alma mater?
So I graduated from University of Central Florida in Orlando with a pre-law degree. Little known fact.
Yes. Big Florida girl.
Yep.
Okay. How do you gain followers?
So I really don't focus so much on follower numbers. I focus on content and like weight of content. So I try to produce great content and then it sort of magnifies by itself. I do love doing giveaways with other people for businesses I really believe in because I feel like it creates a buzz. But definitely don't focus. I mean, if you focus on the numbers, it's a terrible process. I mean, you see them go up and down. It's terrible. I don't recommend it. So work on focusing on content you believe in, and your followers may not go up, but your engagement will, and your engagement's what's going to drive your business. So, if you're only on Instagram and you have nothing to go back to, I see why the numbers are big to you. But if you worry about your engagement, it's where I hate to say it's where the money's at, but it kind of is, because that's what's important, your engagement versus your numbers. We got a comment from a language I don't speak.
We would love to answer your comment.
I don't know what that says.
We don't know what that says.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Thank you
though.
for joining.
It's very pretty.
Our live. And I think something else that you always say when people are talking about like gaining followers and engagement and stuff, I think the thing that I've heard you say the most when people ask that is people love your product, but what they're gonna want to follow more of is like you and your story, and like you always say, like, what's your coffee order, and what's your favorite like lunch spot, and what's your favorite way to unwind, and what are you reading right now, and people care, like she said earlier, like
they want to be a part of your life.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll give you for instance, we were talking about my friend Caroline this morning, and I was talking about how obsessed I am with the parties that she threw the weekend, because her level of details in every single thing she does, always blows me away.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it, and I was like, have you been seeing, the pictures and the stories or whatever? And Anna Gray said, I don't watch her stories. Like, I don't know why. Should I be? And I was like, yes. Because you see just a little bit more. First of all, you see way more of the baby.
Praise God.
And, then you're like, oh, this is what she does. And she doesn't post a lot on stories, but it's where I feel like I've had that time with her. So, I am interested in your favorite. Like, I know what you order, but, I mean, the people that I follow, I'm interested in what they bought. Right. Actually, I'm just nosy. Really nosy. My children call me Gladys Kravitz. I'm good with it.
I haven't heard that. That's funny.
Yeah, my husband's definitely, when I'm peering out the window looking at the neighbors, like, what are you doing, Gladys Kravitz? And I'm like, Nancy Drewing. Like, I'm nosy. I want to know that.
I like Nancy Drew a little bit better.
Well, because Gladys Kravitz is super old school. Do you even know what that's from?
No.
Yeah,
I've heard it.
It's from Bewitched. The neighbor was a really big, nosy, busybody. I'm nosy. I ask questions. I want to know.
Okay, so I'd love to see more of your guest room and master bedroom for decoration inspiration.
Okay, so both of those in detail are on the blog. The guest room is more recent, but the master bedroom 3 years ago.
If you just type it in on the search bar, it'll pop right up.
It will pop up. Search master bedroom. It will come up.
Yeah, it's really good.
But they're both there in detail.
Okay, so this girl is going to, Sephora Monogram girl, we're back. I'm going to Orlando and Cocoa Beach. So Orlando and Cocoa Beach in a couple of weeks. Any suggestions?
So, Orlando, obviously Disney is super, super, super fun. And then I love what used to be called Buena Vista. I think it's called Disney Downtown now. There's a lot of like cute little shops and restaurants you can go to. I do love downtown Orlando. You can park and walk, and they have like really pretty squares that they're creating. Not squares like you would think of in Savannah, but like, you know, it's, how do I describe that? Like it's a really cute downtown. So check that out. Winter Park, my favorite place in the city. Go to Winter Park.
So cute.
You will love it. Take the boat ride, visit all the shops, go see my friend Jenny who owns an orchid shop. Tell her I sent you. Eat at Barney's. I have a whole Winter Park, what to do, what to see, where to go place on the blog. Mm-hmm. Cocoa Beach. I have not been to Cocoa Beach since I was in college. Little known fact, I did not have afternoon classes because I realized you could like finish school, finish your classes, and then in 45 to 50 minutes be on the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a terrible student my freshman year. Wow. So Cocoa Beach. The only thing I've ever done in Cocoa, my mom would be a really good one to answer this question. But the only thing I've ever done in Cocoa is be on the beach and hit the McDonald's on the way home for a vanilla shake and fries. So when you find good places in Cocoa, get back to me. By the way, my eyes are super swollen today. I just noticed that. Need more water. Less coffee, more water.
Yeah. The Winter Park travel guide, that's on the blog. It's actually on the sidebar.
It is on the sidebar.
Y'all should go check that out for sure.
It's a great little place.
Really good.
From downtown Orlando, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe if you hit every traffic light. And they're not that many. Okay, she's talking about her monogram again. Mine are 2 middles. How would you do that? Still straight across.
Absolutely.
Straight across. And they're asking for a photo of the jewelry box. Isn't that sweet? So when you get home, can you take it and I'll post it? Okay.
Yeah. It's so
beautiful.
pretty.
We'll be doing more interior design projects soon, like the laundry room before and after. That was amazing.
The one room challenge.
One room challenges. So here's the reason why I've backed off of doing one room challenges. I love the one room challenge. I believe in it. I think it's amazing. I love Linda. I love all the people that do it. The last 2 I did, I got sick both times while I did it. One time I got an inner ear infection. Another time I had like a heart issue pop up, which was weird. Doing that kind of renovation in 6 weeks is so hard. I just haven't taken it on. But being said, my oldest is moving out this weekend, hence the IKEA. And I'm getting back like all of our basement, which includes a bedroom, a bathroom, and a den. So I'm not going to say I won't do it in October. I'm not saying I will, but I'm not saying I won't. We'll think. I'll pray about that a lot.
We got some things for these people to be looking forward to. Inside scoop on the live.
Hey, yes, I was just at Haven Conference. Love Haven. And they justified this about engagement, not followers. They do not care about the number at the top of the screen. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Like, so when you work with influencers, they want to know your engagement. They want to see your page views and your comments. They do not care so much about the number at the top. So do not worry about that. Yeah. The other thing that you can do is engage with your followers. When you post something, they comment, respond. Like, engage them in a conversation. Your engagement already goes up. So highly recommend you do that. I'll visit Winter Park for sure. You will love it. Do I have a favorite peach or salmon paint color?
I'm like looking around the house.
I don't use peach, do I? I don't have any peach or salmon.
Not for paint.
Not for paint. But I will ask a couple of my design friends and I'll get back to you. Actually, let me write that down because I'll forget. I'll get back to you on that one. That's a good question. Okay.
Yeah, that is good.
Anything else?
Oh, how do you manage your day? Do you use a planner or an electronic calendar?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
So, I use both. I like to type things in and I like to cross them off. Show them your little note thing that you just did. So I've been using notes more in my phone because you can check things off your list.
Just like that.
Yeah. You see that? You can put a little thing in there and check it off. That was all your questions. And then I do use my Sweet Caroline Designs planner. Hang on. A ton for family stuff. This one. And I love to write in it, and I love to like get excited about things and put stickers in. See? So fun. I use both, but I have noticed that the electronic, actually, I think we started using it more when my husband got sick for doctor's appointments, and I'm getting a little bit more obsessed with it. It's hard. I mean, I like to write things down so I can scratch them off. Love to write things down, but I'm working on it.
We started using Google Docs calendar for the blog, which has been good to like communicate between the two of us when it comes to scheduling and writing. But yeah, she has several different calendars for
several different reasons.
Yeah.
But as the kids are growing up and using digital calendars on theirs, you can invite people, or I can put like my daughter's volleyball schedule in my phone or on my computer, and then it goes to all of us. So I'm trying to commit to digital, but I like paper a lot.
Yeah, I use a planner.
I like paper a lot. And then when they're this pretty, I mean, this is last year's Sweet Caroline design, but when they're this pretty, they're hard to break up with.
Yeah. I've used a planner since I was in kindergarten. So I don't do electronic. It's too stressful for me to just like have it all sync. Okay. Ooh. When are you going to write a book and include your beautiful photos? And somebody said absolutely this question.
I have no plans to write a book. I get that question a lot. It's not a plan. My friend Eric last week when he was here told me that when we get through this cancer crisis, I mean, if you call it a crisis, I should write a book. I'm not planning on that either.
Something else to pray about.
Yeah, I mean, if God drops it in my lap, I guess he'll carry it through, but it's not on the books. I hope that doesn't disappoint you. That seems hard. And I don't feel like that's my talent. I don't feel like that's my lane. I have a lot of friends that wrote books. They're amazing at it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'd be very good.
I mean, I would disagree.
I don't think that's my lane.
I think we should definitely stick with things that
I'm good at. I don't think writing a book is me.
Okay.
It's scary. Do you follow eating clean as well as you did with the things you put on your body? I heard it's just as important. More greens, whole foods, less sugar, etc. Yes. So I would say I eat clean 80% of the time. 80% of the time. Definitely feel so much better when I eat clean. So much better. When I'm gluten-free, I feel so much better than I do when I eat gluten. I had a bagel this morning. Yeah, it was really good. I don't do that very much, especially anymore. And I think, we do have one with celiac. Worrying about what, my husband puts in his body. I'm way more focused on it. But yeah, there's times that I just kind of want a bagel. So I do. Otherwise, I would say good 80% of the time. They make my family makes fun of me for what I buy. They're like, really? This isn't a meal. Tofu is a total meal. Yeah. My friend Joni said, not disappointed, but you're so amazingly talented. Yes, it would. Recipes decorating, etc. Okay, I will say the topic of a book came up about a month ago. I'm still on the no, but I also said no to talking about mental health and cancer. And where am I now?
Here we are.
It's wide open.
Yeah.
Speaking of eating unhealthy, we are going to get ice cream because I promised Anna Grace we'd go to Jenny's today. Thank you so much for staying, for hanging around. I don't even know how long we've been on here, but it's been amazing. You can put us down for August 12th. We'll be back. And I will find out my favorite peach salmon color via a couple of my little designer friends. So have the best day. Thank you for following along. You're amazing. We adore you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.